How do you use new media technologies in the construction and research, planning and evaluation stages? During my planning, production, package and evaluation, I used several different software to complete them successfully. I was required to use WordPress, Final Cut Pro, Photoshop, QuickTime, GarageBand, Visual Hub and also Motion. Throughout the project, I furthered my skills using these software. First of all, using WordPress.co.uk has had several advantages. It was very simple to use and follow. Using WordPress allowed me to upload my work when I wanted to do so onto a blog that then allowed my teachers to access it at any time. The fact that my teachers could see it any time meant that they could give me feedback as soon as they had seen it. WordPress allowed me to upload all sorts of different files such as JPEG, PNG, MP3, etc. Uploading a file was very simple as all I had to do was click on New Post and then upload a file. Because WordPress was a free cloud-based storage software, meant that it could be accessed from anywhere with internet. However, this meant that if WordPress went down, it would be very inconvenient as I would not be able to access my work and edit or upload new work. To complete my focus group, I used QuickTime. This allowed me to present my work as a movie. I decided to use QuickTime over other programs as it was very simple to use and the files were saved as MOV files straight onto the Macs, which made it very convenient. QuickTime was very simple to use as the Macs came fitted with a webcam, which I then used to record my focus group. During the construction of my main product, I was required to use different technologies such as Final Cut Pro, Photoshop, Motion, GarageBand, Visual Hub, YouTube and WordPress. To create my poster successfully, I was mainly required to use Photoshop. Photoshop allowed me to edit my images and text and overall make my poster look a lot more professional. My image on my poster required a little editing that was completed using Photoshop. I removed the original background on which my image was taken and replaced it with a more suitable one that related to the genre well. To remove the background from the image, I used the magnetic lasso tool to select the outlines of what part of the image was most important for me to keep. This tool was very easy to use as it recognized the difference in colors easily. Because I had experience in Photoshop already from Foundation Portfolio, I was able to edit the image independently and was able to make it look as good as I could. Photoshop also helped me in terms of adding different fonts and laying out text however I desired. I was able to insert a serif or sans serif font on Photoshop that was very helpful in my production of my poster. Photoshop also allowed me to resize my text according to the importance of it in my opinion. Therefore, the main title is the largest piece of text on my poster as it is the most important. On my main title, Photoshop also allowed me to add effects on my text. Therefore, I added an outer glow onto my main title. This helped it stand out more compared to the other text, and it is now the most eye-catching piece of text on my poster. Furthermore, for the title and other fonts to match my house style, the colours had to be edited, which was easy to do for me as Photoshop made it very simple for me to do. I therefore made my title red as it relates to the horror genre extremely well. I also used the colour blue of my tagline as it should be the second most important piece of text on my poster. I used the same effects on the same font and size for my website as I did for my poster. This gave my promotional package a unique house style. Also, if the poster has been seen by my audience and they visit my website, they will know that it is part of the same promotional package as it is very similar. For my trailer on the other hand, I mainly use Final Cut Pro with other software on the side. Final Cut Pro allowed me to set out my footage in a non-linear manner and then put it together in the correct order once I had edited my footage correctly. Final Cut Pro allowed me to upload my footage from different cameras and made it very easy as all I had to do was click on File and then click on Log and Transfer. The Mac then automatically found my footage from my camera and downloaded it onto Final Cut. I was then able to edit this footage in Final Cut Pro to cut the scenes shorter. I used a blade tool that helped me cut the scenes down very precisely. To make my trailer flow more adequately, I used the fade in, fade out effect, which made different scenes look like they are all part of the same scene. Throughout my textual analysis, I found that sound was a very important factor in the horror genre. Sound in horror movies really fluctuates according to the plot of the movie. Therefore, through using the pen tool in Final Cut, I was able to change the volume of my sound very precisely. As we were not allowed to use copyrighted material, we had to use original sounds that we then found on GarageBand in our trailer. Therefore, GarageBand gave us over 1,000 different copyright-free sounds to choose from in several different categories. This meant that there was always more than one sound for each scene we required it for. Although this was a great advantage, I found it hard to choose the best one that fitted as there were too many for me to choose from. To import my sound from a dictaphone, I had to use Visual Hub. This helped me convert the files into DV files that were compatible with Final Cut. For the captions within my movie, I used Motion as it allowed me to animate my text in a way that relates to my genre. I was able to add a background that relates back to my house style. I imported a scratch background which was similar to the one I used in my poster. This then gave my promotional package a house style. I also added a text box in the middle of the screen and typed what I wanted to. To see all of my different layers, I had to click on the timeline button, which was at the top right of the screen. This then helped me decrease and increase the length of my layers. To add different animations to my work, I was required to click on the library tab, which was on the left hand side of the application. I then chose from a list of different behaviors and dragged the one I desired onto the layer on which I wanted it. After my trailer was completely finished, I was required to upload my work onto YouTube. I have to export my work as an MP4 file so it was compatible with YouTube. YouTube allows everyone to exhibit around the website for free. I uploaded my work onto my account which I created for my trailer. This was very helpful as it could then embed the video onto WordPress and everybody could see it easily.